Well, yeah. Wait, is Phaeton even considered nuclear? I know it's radioactive, but still. I don't even...
Anything radioactive is also nuclear.
Not true, but I think that's in a class all on its own.
Eh, whatever.
I gotta say, if somebody ends up being corrupted by Phazon, it can become a curse or a blessing, depending on how you use it. I mean, it's a curse if you do nothing, but if you actually do something with it and do some and like somehow give you the and somehow give yourself the ability to do hyper mode, it can become a blessing.
A little.
I mean, how fun it would be to actually.
Unless you end up on phase for some reason.
Well, yeah. Then you become a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
You forgot to scan these things.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. I've actually been
Down
playing.
here, missile expansion.
Yeah, this is the one we were talking about with the massive sequence break.
I told you it was through here.
Well, this door is still open to you from the beginning of the game.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, because the door that I was the upper door in the room to the Chozo ruins leads here, and it's completely open. So that's why I say it's a sequence break to the most extreme degree.
There.
And we've been playing for half an hour.
Doesn't feel like it. Feels more like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, time flies when you're having fun.
And this game is fun.
Ugh.
So what's the subtitle going to be? Allergies are the worst?
Yep. Or at least for part 4.
Yep.
Because part 3 will be the remainder of whatever I haven't edited.
Oh, you're going to make that a half an hour one? Because I'm pretty sure
Well, actually, that's because the remainder of what I've edited is like 10.
It's disintegrated.
It's basically like 10 minutes or so.
Okay, see, this is what I was thinking of when we were talking about Jewel themes. I thought you were talking about this, so I thought Topaz.
Ah. Yeah, I see what you mean. So in that case, gold.
Eh, maybe.
And yeah, all you would need to do in that previous...
Okay, scan that thing. You
Yeah.
forgot to scan this thing.
You could jump up here. You would
Whee!
be... All you
Ow.
would need to do in the room before our hand was kill the little flower thingamaffucker.
Which
jump,
is
jump down and grab the missiles. It's not
Yeah,
that hard.
Yeah, that flower thing is very easy to kill. All you need to do is shoot that little root growth thing right above it, and it explodes, disintegrating it.
A sap sack, and I don't think I actually scanned that. Did I?
No, you didn't. We never saw one until now.
No, we did. They're in this room, and you go to this room at the beginning of the game. So yeah, I kind of fucked up there.
Well, I can always just scan one.
And bomb. Time for bombs.
Bomb. Okay, just gonna scan one. There, sap sack. Wait, we didn't go to the impact crater. We forgot. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
We're gonna go there after I get the space jump.
Yeah, I think it's actually easier to get there with the space jump.
Yeah, I think it is. It took me forever to find that thing for the first time. I'm pretty sure it did for everyone. Okay, this is kind of showing off a bit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch. She jumps that high in one jump all on her own, and this thing just becomes a simple double jump.
Yep.
It's kind of, I don't know what to describe that with. Actually, I gotta admit, the sound effects actually make it sound like it's a reasonable double jump instead of like the physics-defying kind.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually hear that thing giving you a bit of a boost. So
Yeah. Unlike in most games
where
where
it's kind of physics-defying.
yeah,
Let's
where the
see,
character
it
basically
should be
jumps off
somewhere-
of air.
Whoa. It should be somewhere around here.
What the
Door to the impact crater.
No.
I'm mistaking it for somewhere up right there.
Yeah.
I was in the
Not
right.
down there, not down there. You see the little two things on the side? Go
That's
back.
that's where the frigate is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the frigate. You see that little thing to the right of you? Jump on it.
Oh, right here. Derp.
Jump over there and up there. Da 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 da. You have found your way.
Yeah, this I gotta admit, for trying to find stuff like the impact raider in this game is kind of hard to do because a lot of the, because some of the, I will admit some of the platforms don't even look like you're actually supposed to platform on them.
Yeah.
Wait, what? There. Now finally. This is for being a bad host. Isn't there supposed to be a space pirate here? Impact crater. By the way, when are you going to get part 3 uploaded anyway?
Probably sometime tonight, I'm hoping.
That's good.
Yeah. When do you want to stop this?
I'd say we stop after an hour.
Alright. So we got like 24 more minutes.
I'd say that's enough for me to get the wave beam.
Yeah.
Okay, loading door, loading door.
Thank you for loading.
Joseph Lore right here.
I think there's one over to the right. Question mark.
I'm going to look over here. Nope. And traveling easier. Boost ball.
Yep. And I was right. There's a lore there.
There should be some more here.
I know in the GameCube version of Prime 2, the Luminoth lore for that game is kind of screwed up. They fixed it in the trilogy version, but not in any version of the GameCube releases.
That's screwed up. I heard it.
Like it's out of order. It's out of order.
Huh. You know, I heard the pirate logs in Prime 2 are actually kind of funny.
Yeah, they are. They're basically shitting their pants that Samus is there and wondering what the hell is happening, and also shitting their pants about Dark Samus, who they just call the Hunter, who they just basically mistake for Samus because she basically has the face-on suit.
Okay. Before I pick this up, I just want to say this: after you pick one of these things up, it makes one of the best music tracks in the game, in my opinion. But the only problem is it's kind of short. Just listen.
Da 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 da, hey, da 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 da, hey, da da da.
You're not allowed to do that the next time we pick up a Chozo artifact.
Fine. I just wanted to do it the once.
You couldn't wait for the one at Magmore Caverns.
No.
You couldn't wait.
No, I
You're
couldn't.
that impatient.
Yes. No, shut up.
Wow. You ruined the moment. Good thing I remembered to come here.
You don't need to scan those. It gives you that when you pick them up,
I like doing it anyway.
just to know where they are. Despite the fact that I've basically memorized them already.
I know the location too. I just like doing it anyway. It
Whatever.
gives you the name of them right off the bat, so.
Eh.
And I think I scanned all that I can. Not that. Okay, I think I scanned all I can. Slopes are no longer an issue. See.
Yay. Well, they still kind of are because you need multiple boost balls in order to get up a large slope.
But that's easily overlooked.
I guess. I think the capture's having a hard time with the boost ball.
Why is it freaking out?
It gets a little jumpy whenever you boost ball.
Not surprised.
Ugh.
Jump into ship. Gonna save real quick. It would suck if the fudge just ended up being corrupted.
Yeah. That actually happened the other day when I was trying to record Brawl with Kirby because for some reason the capture didn't work. I hope that doesn't happen again, but it just I
Who was capturing?
what do you mean?
I mean, was it a camera or a capture card or?
It was the capture card.
Okay.
Like it
Wait,
displayed
this
said the
cap
capture failed.
this capture?
Yeah.
Huh.
It just straight up said that the capture failed for some reason. I don't
Did
know
it
why.
did it at least show it?
Like what?
Did it at least show that the capture failed before you actually finished?
No, it was recording just fine until we finished.
Okay,
And then it basically wouldn't save.
that's just overkill, and I love doing that anyway.
Yeah. And technically the plasma beam is overkill because one shot of it will disintegrate that thing.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of disturbing at times.
Yeah, not me. Because
I went out on a limb.
because I just say fuck you. Fuck you guys. Fuck oh you space pirates.
I have to say this. At least they balance out some of the. At least they balance it out. The I mean, the weapons a bit. Sure, the power beam's kind of balanced out when it comes to power, but and they also gave it pretty decent firing. Gave it,
Well, power beam has the fastest firing rate out of all of them.
I know the wave beam seems to be like the weakest, but it kind of shocks the enemy for a split second, opening them up for a
Well,
bit.
well, yeah, the firing rate is kind of and the
Yeah.
power is definitely the weakest out of all of them, but it stuns it, so you
But
can
stun
missile it.
but the stun can be kind of useful.
Yeah, because then you can missile it, and yeah, that way.
hmm And the ice beam certainly has the most uses out of my opinion
Eh,
because it enables you to kill Metroids with ease.
eh. That's really the only thing I use it for, unless it's an ice store.
But then again, I kind of like ice, if it's an area or a power up. And so if anyone asks, ice is my second favorite out of Pokemon types.
What's
Number
your
one,
favorite?
number one being Steel.
Ah.
Did you really have to ask about that one?
Mine are fire and
Why do you think I was so happy that Mobile was no longer the bane of the Steel types?
uh. Well, who's to say that it still is? I mean, still isn't anymore. It just gets a Mega Evolution. Maybe all Final Evolved Pokemon and Pokemon who don't evolve get a Mega Evolution.
No, if that was the case, it'd be kind of game breaking. I mean, how you do a Mega Evolution? Oh shit, is you
Get
is
out, get out, get out, get out!
I'm trying to.
Just walk it at this point. You already have that thing. You already have the missile expansion. Just walk it.
Sure, why not?
Did you scan the Triclops?
Yeah, I scanned a Triclops.
Okay.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I doubt that there that all final evolutions will end up getting a Mega Evolution because what you need to evolve, what you need to do for a Mega Evolution is have them hold a Mega Stone, and you can't get that during gameplay. I'd say it's only the sixth that was already announced.
Huh.
And the funny thing is, I already find all of those pretty useful that were already given an evolution, except for Mobile.
Well, I have a feeling that all the starter Final Evolutions are gonna get a Mega Evolution because
They
the
balance
starters.
they balance them out.
Yeah, because they're starters.
I can only imagine what Torterra and Blastoise would look like in a Mega Evolution.
Ugh. Yeah.
I wasn't even locked onto that puffer and I killed it. I fired a charge shot trying to destroy trying to destroy a box, and it just completely missed and just hit the puffer square. It just hit square on the puffer. Poof. Okay. Okay, this is what I tried to do before, but I needed the space jump.
Yep.
Scan this thing. Oh. Little data lore right here. Oh, nope. It was in red, so I thought I needed it. It was just saying that the bridge is collapsible and boost ball your way in this thing. You boost ball while you're in that thing, and it causes this bridge to extend. You take said bridge over here, space jump. Yeah, there was no way for you to actually make that jump if you didn't have the space jump.
Yeah. In fact,
Bless
there
you.
was no way to get up there at all
I
without
know.
the space jump.
I mean, if you somehow jumped on a rock, then maybe. But
Yeah, probably.
okay, we're gonna have to come back into this room once we get power bombs. But
Are you sure?
yes,
Oh wait, you already gotten this expansion.
yes. See,
Bendezium,
Bendezium. You need a
which
power.
means power bomb.
Yeah, power bomb.
I forget if there's Bendezium in Prime 2, because
Okay,
I know
I'm
they have
going to.
different things for power.
I'm going to try and I'm going to try and become. I'm going to try and do this old Metroid style. Yes. Oh, I didn't land in his hands.
I'd be glad I did go ya la 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 la.
Zip, 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 zip it.
Again.
Hey, we got it in order. This was the second one.
Huh.
I think this is the first time we're ever going to have. I think this is the only time we're ever going to have it exactly in order.
You probably.
Or if the last one we pick up is the 13th one. Oh right. There's also one. There's also another one in here, but But we'll not. There's another one in Magmar Camp. We're not going to get that till later. We know where it is, and we can get it right now.
Yeah, that's from the Chozo ruins.
Yeah, it's from the route you take to the
entrance.
Chozo ruins. And where the heck am I?
You're above the Fedronic Drift
Oh,
entrance.
I accidentally mistook this for the bridge.
Oops.
You can't blame me. They look alike. Well,
Not necessarily.
well, close.
Anyway, we don't need the energy tank in here, because we already got it.
Yeah. There's another energy tank that, to get it, you do something similar to this, but it's water. But you do it underwater, so it's a lot more forgiving than falling into a lava pit.
Eh.
And not to mention, there aren't any breakable boxes with your bombs, so you don't really. So it's not really kicking yourself if you don't get it right the first time.
Eh. By the way, you got 13 minutes left to get the wave beam.
Yeah, it shouldn't take me that long.
Shouldn't, but you never know.
Well, if not, we'll just overlap it a bit.
Yeah. We can
I
go
mean,
over.
you said you would cut off a few seconds.
Yeah. True. For both of our audios, that way we can get the starting position for part 4 where we want it.
Yep.
I'll either part 4 or part 5, depending on how much footage I still have left to edit.
True.
Because I don't want to upload a 30-minute part.
30-hour part.
That's what happens when you play a 50-turn game of Mario Party.
You played Mario Party?
50-turn game. Or 99-turn in Mario Party 3.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. But some people do. It takes fucking forever. Especially seeing as a 20-turn game takes like an hour in most Mario Party games. I think yeah.
Missile.
Missile that shit. Missile that cheese.
You know, I don't get it. I don't know what is it about the Fandrona drifts that always seems to make me happy it always puts a smile on my face whenever I come up to here. Maybe the ice theme, the relaxing music. Well, for some of it anyway.
Yeah, and the Fendrona's Edge, it's really catchy and awesome.
Yeah, it's called Fandrona Depths. And it's really...
No, it's called Fendrona Ice League, but I prefer Edge just because that sounds cooler.
No, really, when I looked it up on the internet, it's called Fandrona Depths.
And the soundtrack is called Fendrona Ice Valley.
Yeah, that area is called Yeah, the area in the Fandrona's Edge where you're thinking of... damn it! It's called Fandrona's Depths.
Huh. The soundtrack calls it Fendrona Ice Valley, so maybe the internet has it wrong and Nintendo has it right.
Wait, how do you know it's Nintendo? How do you... Okay.
Nintendo released the soundtrack.
Where did you get the soundtrack?
I can't remember. All all I do remember is that it what all I do remember is that Nintendo was okay with it. Otherwise, they would have taken it down by now.
Hmm. Oh, damn it. Take this, you prick. Hi, I'm Daisy.
That was random.
I mean, seriously, this game has some really good music, as well as areas.
Yeah,
Well, Face on Mines is kind of debatable, but it was kind of meant to be action-packed.
yeah,
But for this game, that little action-packed area like Face on Mines doesn't really come to mind when I think of this game. I think of the exploration that this game has.
yeah. If
Okay,
I wanted action-packed
if you
Metroid game,
if
I'd
you
rather.
scan this thing, it says find the shaman bust of a chosen shaman adorns the store.
If I
Might
want an action-packed Metroid game, I'm gonna play either Other
Other
M,
M or
Fusion, or Prime 3.
let's see. This is a Chozo warrior. This is a Chozo shaman. Oops, I didn't mean to go into more fall. What you need to do in this area is shoot the shaman in the face with a missile and bomb jump. There's a bomb slot here, and that opens the door. I will say, but speaking of Prime 3, if there's any music tracks in that game that I automatically remember off the top of my head, it'll be the theme that plays when you fight Rundus, the the theme that plays once you go to the game channel on the Wii, and the title screen theme. Those are the tracks of Prime 3 I automatically remember off the top of my head that are original. That's not saying Prime 3 soundtrack is bad. It's just saying it's very.
It's definitely better than Other M's.
Oh, much better.
Because there are only two songs I like in Other M: the Vorash theme and Ridley's theme.
Yeah. That Vorash you fight. Okay. I did this once. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. And you see, I was right on it, and then it just suddenly, poof. Nope. Screw you.
I have a feeling that there's an invisible wall until you fight these things.
Maybe. Scanning locked door.
Yep, it gives you a research thing. So that was important to scan.
Good thing I took the advantage of fighting these things. I think it's kind of funny that these things are somehow hooked up to the security system in this place.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Zelda how these monsters are here. Door is locked.
Yeah. And by the way, simple way to defeat Baby Shigas, just power.
Charge beam their backs, and I think this is yep. Here comes the mama.
And here's an easy way to beat this girl. Stay close, jump over her ice breath, and missile once she's done.
Yeah, we found this out by accident when I was playing. I Mega Man this thing. Let's see, stand about right here. Oops, too close. Gonna do anything?
Shit.
Did it again.
I think you're supposed to space. Yeah,
Yeah,
space jump.
I space jumped spastically this time.
I think my sister just got home.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And you have 6 minutes until an hour has passed.
That's more than enough to see. Look, I Mega Man'd it.
Yep. Well, X3'd it to be more specific,
X3'd it.
because they have the easiest pattern
Oh,
to
wait.
make.
Did we scan this thing?
Yeah, we did. I scanned it after the Flogger fight.
Okay.
And I say X3'd because that's the easiest one to get into their lock.
It's funny. It's kind of funny when you listen to opinions of X3. People either love it or they hate it. It's kind of like the Oracle games.
I'd rather play X6 than X3, it seems.
What?
I'd rather play X6 than X3. At least X6 has some. At least I'm one of those people who doesn't really mind randomness in a game.
Yeah, I don't mind it either.
So
Why do
I
you-
would probably
yeah,
like X6 more than X3.
I probably would. I probably yeah. If I could own, if yeah, if there's just one thing yeah, if I ever find an X collection, I'm definitely gonna pounce on it because that game is really rare, really rare. But
And I
I
don't
just
think X4, 5, and 6 are on the PSN.
they're not. Remember we looked it up.
Oh yeah,
The only Mega Man games that were on that thing were
9
the
and 10.
and Maverick Hunter.
Well, that was for PSP.
I know.
They have PSP downloads on the console version of the PSN for some reason. I don't understand why, but they do.
Well, might as well get to the save point and then just end it right here.
Yeah, may as well. One of your shots disappeared for some reason.
Okay, just look at the secondary effect of the wave beam. It completely charges everything around you.
Well, for a second, it went away for some reason.
And look, it just makes these guys speed up.
Yeah.
If it's the guys that,
There
if
it
it's the
is.
guys,
There's its shocky thingy motherfucker. And it disappeared again. What the hell?
boom.
Can you actually jump on this? Nope.
You can, I just missed it.
It's pixel perfect
Oh
jump.
yeah. And after you beat the mama, these things start popping up all over the place. Oh look, it's taking swimming lessons. So cute.
Also, once you beat the mama, any room that originally had baby Shigas in it will actually have a mama Shigas.
They evolved.
No, they grew up.
It's kind of...
Technically the same thing, but anyway, I have been Silverbox11,
I'm saying Dementio.
and we shall see you next time.